After Yunjai left, Lu Yang and Meng Jingzhu went to check their own cave dwellings as the other disciples did. Before that, however, Lu Yang followed Meng Jingzhu outside the Taoist inquiry sect to bring old Ma in. Outside the Taoist inquiry sect, Lu Yang saw many new disciples informing their families of their acceptance into the sect. Whether they came from small clans or cultivation families, it was a significant event worth recording in their family histories. Nobody from your family came over. Lu Yang knew from Meng Jingzhu's brief words that the Meng family was an ancient cultivation clan. Meng Jingzhu was proud. I ran away from home. Lu Yang, you're so proud. After bringing old Ma back to his cave dwelling, Lu Yang returned to his own. He took out a jade pendant given by an unfamiliar senior brother earlier. It was said that this was the identity badge for Taoist inquiry sect disciples. It could prove their status externally and open their cave dwellings internally. The jade pendant was crafted from spirit stone essence, inscribed with Lu Yang. Many of its uses would only be available once Lu Yang officially became a cultivator. He placed the jade pendant on the stone wall outside his entrance. A soft blue light emanated from it, corresponding to the indentation in the wall. The wall automatically slid aside, revealing an unimaginably luxurious cave dwelling before him. As soon as he stepped inside, Lu Yang felt a warm sensation, as if some mysterious energy was nourishing his body. Is this what they call primordial qi? He was surprised by the high concentration of primordial qi in the cave. Even a mere mortal like himself could sense it, which made its significance clear. The cave dwelling's furnishings were simple, just a table, a mat, and a STRW Chinese letter, far from filling the vast space, making Lu Yang wonder if it was meant to teach disciples simplicity or simply let them decorate as they pleased. A piece of paper lay on the table, with text on both sides. The front stated that new disciples could first learn basic knowledge at the speech transmission peak or study independently in THE Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter. The back showed a map of the Taoist inquiry sect, quite simplistic, marking its main peaks while leaving much blank space. From the map, it was clear that the sect spanned 10 million miles, far larger than Lu Yang could have imagined. This content gave him direction for his upcoming month. He yawned and decided to get some rest. After a day of events, from encountering rain on his journey out, to winning over senior sister Yun Jai and senior brother Dai Boffin with his sincerity and intelligence, and finally becoming a disciple of the Taoist inquiry sect, his body was exhausted. Does the Taoist inquiry sect not even provide pillows? Lu Yang muttered. The fatigue from the day overwhelmed him. He quickly fell asleep. The next morning, Lu Yang woke early to visit THE Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, eager to learn more about Central Continent. A new arrival. At the entrance of THE Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, a senior brother looked at him. Yes, since you're new, I'll tell you about the rules. There are only 3. 1. Your current permission allows you to read books on the first floor. 2. You can borrow only 1 book now. 3. Be careful with the books and avoid damaging them. Any damage must be compensated at full price. I understand, Lu Yang nodded. The senior brother said no more, allowing him entry. Inside THE Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Taoist inquiry sect disciples were engrossed in their reading, completely focused, not even noticing as Lu Yang passed by. The VAST Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter was filled with the sound of footsteps and pages turning. Books lined the shelves, ranging from folk tales to cultivation techniques, all available for perusal. Lu Yang's eyes darted around, unsure which book to pick. What is this book? He found a dusty tome wedged between the shelves. The dust made it hard to read, but he eventually saw the title, Dragon and Phoenix Transformation, such an imposing name. Lu Yang whispered in surprise. Just from the title he could sense a regal aura. He was momentarily distracted, imagining the sounds of dragon and phoenix cooing, then saw them appear before him as if performing their transformation. They seemed almost alive. Snap out of it, Lu Yang thought, looking around. The sounds and images vanished. Could I have just imagined that? Lu Yang hesitated but felt a surge of excitement as he opened the first page. Perhaps this was his fortune. But to his dismay, the sharp edges of the pages cut into his finger, drawing blood onto the paper. Suddenly, the ancient book began to glow with golden light. Something seemed to be breaking free from its confines. Lu Yang's heart raced. This unexpected event was beyond his control and could be either a blessing or a curse. He felt as if he were being watched by some powerful entity, causing him to freeze in place out of fear. The feeling grew stronger, indicating that the entity was drawing closer. Finally, it stood behind him, silently observing him. "Why you?" Finally, the entity spoke. "Yes," Lu Yang shuddered. "You've stained the book." The entity frowned. Lu Yang turned and saw a senior brother at the entrance of The Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter. The senior brother looked disapprovingly at the bloodstains on the book, having just warned against damaging them. This new disciple had defied his warning by spilling blood on it. The Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter was protected by an array. Any damage would trigger golden light to alert the guards. "What is this book? I've never seen one like it before." The senior brother picked up the book, his expression changing dramatically. This is that legendary forbidden book." Lu Yang's heart leapt. He had lucked out, finding an ancient forbidden book on his first visit to The Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter. But what secrets lay within? "Senior brother, what's wrong with this book?" Lu Yang asked curiously. The senior brother hesitated, considering whether to share such a secret with a new disciple. After some thought, he replied honestly. "This book details the mating process of dragons and phoenixes in great detail. Due to its explicit content, it was jointly complained about by the Dragon Clan and Phoenix Clan and Band. I thought all copies had been destroyed, so finding one here is surprising." In other words, this was a forbidden book. Lu Yang, dragon and phoenix cooing. What a joke. He suddenly remembered that senior brothers had warned him to compensate for any damage.